Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4.
We're tracking the investigation into a man shot to death at a Lexington apartment complex.
Pretty nice day out there. Temperatures surging well into the 60s, some low 70s creeping into the area, but a change, of course, is coming this weekend. I'll have the latest.
And it's always a big show. The UK basketball season tips off tonight with Big Blue Madness. We'll get you ready for the big event. Welcome to WKYT News at 4. I'm Jennifer Palumbo, live at Wildcat Central in downtown Lexington. We have team coverage coming up to get you ready for Big Blue Madness, including Rob Bromley, Deanne Stevens, and Kentucky Sports Radio's Drew Franklin. But first, let's get a check of the headlines and the forecast. Let's send it to meteorologist Jim Caldwell. And Jim, what a beautiful Friday afternoon.
Oh, it has been great, especially for those folks who are going to be traveling from away from Lexington to get into central Kentucky later on this evening. It is going to be absolutely wonderful for them. Great drive in. And here's what you'll be seeing out there this evening. Just a few clouds starting to roll in. That's what we expected, a little mix of sun and clouds for you. Most of the day, though, plenty of sunshine. But right now, starting to see some cloud cover. A little on the breezy side. We talked about this yesterday. We're getting gusts coming up to around 20, 25 miles per hour here in the Lexington area and all around us, as a matter of fact, a little bit stronger out toward the Louisville area. So the winds have been a factor as well. Defender perfectly clear for you on this Friday for all those folks headed to Big Blue Madness or the people that will be outside for their sporting event tonight. That would be, of course, high school football action. Look at this kickoff, 65 degrees. That's like the early on in the season kind of temperature. And then during the second half, around 59 degrees. Not a bad one if you're headed out for high school football or anything out there for you this evening. I'll have more on the changes coming this weekend, though, coming up for you in just a few minutes.
Jim, thank you. We'll go back down to Wildcat Central in just a moment with Jennifer. But first, our news. One man is dead following a shooting at a Lexington apartment complex. It happened about 11 this morning on McCullough Drive. That's off Russell Cave Road. So far, no one has been arrested. WKYT's Victor Puente is tracking the investigation in our top story at 4.
This shooting happened in the middle of the day. Despite that, police say they don't have many witnesses. Police were called around 10:30 for a report of shots fired in an apartment and a man lying in a pool of blood. When they got to McCullough Drive, they found a man lying in a second-floor hallway. Paramedics tried to treat him, but he died from those gunshot wounds. Coroner Gary Ginn says the victim is a young black man who was shot multiple times. This afternoon, he said they were still trying to identify the victim. Ginn was asked where on his body the victim was shot. He said police would be keeping that information out of the public.
We won't release that just because it's a homicide investigation, and whoever has done this knows where they shot him at, so that'll be a part of the police investigation that they'll be looking at.
Police say this investigation is still beginning, but they are asking for the public's help. They say if anyone saw a person running from this area around that time, please give them a call. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
People living just one apartment away told WKYT they didn't hear any shots this morning. In our other top story, a Pulaski County man accused of his girlfriend's murder went before a judge today. Police say Johnny Ray Hendricks killed Monica Wells after the two got into a fight Tuesday. Hendricks pled not guilty. Wells' parents were in the courtroom for the hearing. They're talking to us on WKYT News at 4:30. Public health officials in Franklin County are investigating after a flyer with bogus information about Ebola showed up in a Frankfort neighborhood. It shows a Centers for Disease Control logo and contains false information. Health officials want people to know that no legitimate Ebola flyers are being passed out at this time. We are hard at work on several other stories for you right now, and here's a look at some of the news that's in progress this afternoon here on WKYT. Nicholasville police still need your help finding the person who shot a police officer. Someone shot Officer John Rainey while he was on patrol in October of 2012. His bulletproof vest saved his life. No arrests have been made. Coming up at 4:30, what the police department is now doing to try and generate some new leads in that case. A small Central Kentucky theater will soon start showing movies again thanks to the creator of a very popular television show. Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead, donated the money for a new projector at the Ross Opera House in Cynthiana. We'll tell you about his special connection to that community. That's coming up on WKYT News at 5:30. And an update to a story that we've been tracking for you in this last month. Lexington police say a man accused of scamming an investor out of millions of dollars will face some more charges. Police say more victims have come forward to say Kenneth Thomas took money from them while running Retire America. Coming up at 6, we'll also tell you about a second person now charged in that case. Now to some stories that are making headlines across the nation at 4. President Obama has appointed a czar to streamline the administration's response to the Ebola crisis. It comes amid several scares, despite little evidence that the virus is spreading. Ryan Nobles has more.
His name is Ron Klain, and he has a long history of government service, serving as the chief of staff to 2 different vice presidents. He's now tasked with taking on a threat that is currently small, but has Americans worried.
What a czar, what a coordinator can do is make sure that the Department of Homeland Security is acting in concert with the Centers for Disease Control and the Department of Health and Human Services.
Reports of potential cases have sparked fears across the country. A bridal shop in Ohio has quarantined at least 2 employees where Amber Vinson, a Dallas nurse diagnosed with the virus after treating an Ebola patient, went for wedding planning. A Carnival cruise ship off the coast of Belize has quarantined a Dallas healthcare worker who handled Ebola samples from that same patient. And the Pentagon shut down a parking lot where a worker vomited and told police she had recently returned from Africa. That's prompting state and local leaders to try and calm the fears of their citizens.
The odds of a specific person contracting Ebola are still exceptionally remote.
Nina Pham, the first of the Dallas healthcare workers to contract Ebola, seemed in good spirits in this YouTube video posted by the Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital. She's being treated at an NIH hospital in Maryland.
We fully intend to have this patient walk out of this hospital.
All this now in front of President Obama's new Ebola czar, who will work to streamline the process and calm fears across America. In Washington, I'm Ryan Nobles.
The White House says it expects Klain to serve as Ebola coordinator for 5 to 6 months. Well, we are less than 3 hours away from the official start of basketball season. Big Blue Madness is tonight, and fans have already started arriving for that huge event. WKYT's Jennifer Palumbo and Rob Bromley are live now at Wildcat Central to help count us down. Hi, guys.
Hi, Amber. Fans are streaming in here to Wildcat Central. Rob, this is the day that they've been waiting for. They camped out for days. Tickets gone in 30 minutes. It's going to be a packed house in Rupp tonight. The fans are excited.
Well, always a special night. No question about that. And every indication is that this is a special team. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
And we are only a few hours away now from Big Blue Madness. It has become one of the traditions of Kentucky basketball, and the fans look forward to it so much every year. It is always a great show. What with the lights, the music, the special effects, the player introductions, and the Cats are ranked #1 in most polls. In this season, John Calipari could have his best team yet.
At the end of the day, you got to play games and figure out. I imagine where were we ranked last year? Probably 1 or 2, and we almost fell off the face of the earth. So, I mean, to me, that's fine. It's good and it's something for our kids to live up to, but it really has no bearing on what we're about to try to undertake.
And we will get you started very shortly. A live 2-hour program before the madness. Profiles of all the players, plus a check on Matthew Mitchell's UK women's team. That will begin in less than an hour, 5 o'clock on the CW Lexington. Now, the SEC Network holds the rights for Madness. You will not see it here on WKYT, but you can see it on your computer on ESPN3, or you can see portions of Madness on ESPNU or the SEC Network. You can watch a recap of Madness on the SEC Network tonight at 11. But we do look forward to it. Started back in the early 80s, I think 1982 by Coach Hall,
right.
And it has just become bigger and bigger.
And we've been part of it for so many years, and it's got to be a little sad that this is the first year that it's not. And we've heard from a lot of fans who are sad too.
We've televised it, I think, since the mid-1980s. Probably didn't do the first couple, but it's been a lot of fun. Still going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Absolutely, it will be. And I'll have more coming up. We're going to talk to Coach Matthew Mitchell. He's going to give us a little hint about what he may be doing tonight. Andrew Franklin from KSR. But for now, now. That's it from Wildcat Central. Amber, we'll send it back to you.
All right, guys, thanks so much. That's always the question. What is Coach Mitchell going to be up to tonight, guys? Thanks so much. Let's get a check of stocks on this Friday afternoon. Despite early week losses over Ebola fears, the Dow rallied 260 points today, finishing around 16,380. The NASDAQ and S&P 500 also finished on the positive side. Well, the holiday shopping season is still a month away, but right now is a good time to find some deals. Allison Harmelin shows us which products are on sale.
Winter is just around the corner, but Nick Giovanni is already shopping for next summer. He came to Sears looking for a deal on a new lawnmower.
I actually just bought a new house, so now I'm really looking to, save money on stuff like that.
Consumer Reports says this is a great time of year to save on summer items.
Because it's the end of a season and retailers want to move merchandise.
At Sears, some lawnmowers are discounted 30%. Several retailers are offering similar discounts on grills. Bikes are selling for less, and big savings can be found on patio furniture. But summer products aren't the only items on sale.
So when we think about October, we think about it's time to get ready for the holiday season.
That means many stores are discounting computers and digital cameras to make room for new holiday models.
We find that there are product cycles. When new products are introduced, the old ones tend to go on sale.
And that includes clothes, as stores stock up for winter.
As long as you're off season, now I look for shorts, summer clothes for next year. Same thing.
You're a smart shopper.
Buying a house, I gotta save as much money as I can.
Consumer Reports says compare prices online before you go shopping to make sure you're finding the best deal possible. Allison Harmelin, CBS News, Jersey City, New Jersey.
And Consumer Reports says more items will go on sale next month, including baby products, video cameras, and toys. All right, let's send it back out to Jennifer Palumbo. She is down at Wildcat Central, counting us down to Big Blue Madness. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, Amber. Big Blue Madness, it's always top secret. UK gives us very little insight into the surprises to come. And one of the big events is UK hoops coach Matthew Mitchell. What will he do this year? He's done some fun things in years past. Our Deanne Stevens is out and about today at Rupp. She caught up with the Cats coach to try to get us some scoop. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Yeah, I asked for that exclusive backstage pass. Not only did we get that, but we are out here on the court, baby, preparing for Big Blue Madness tonight. I wonder if I'm going to get any trouble for wearing heels out here. Am I supposed to have tennis shoes on, Coach?
You are. This is a huge breach of protocol. I don't know what your problem is, but I can't believe that's a ridiculous costume. I don't know who else might have a ridiculous costume on tonight.
Something tells me that could be you. You got a big night tonight. How long have you been practicing for this tonight?
We practiced about 15 minutes just a few minutes ago. We ran through it one time. We did 15 minutes about 2:30. So I think that's.
I don't totally believe that, because I was talking to the guys in Rupp and they were like, oh, Deanne, just wait till you see Coach tonight. Big Blue Madness is a great opportunity for folks, the first opportunity for folks to see the practice for the men and the women. Yeah. But really, we're looking forward to seeing you.
Well, it's a sad state of affairs for you in your life. If that's what you're looking forward to,
I'll admit it.
There's something wrong with you. You need to do something different than what you're doing.
Well, quite the entertainer you are. We've done MC Hammer. We've had Michael Jackson, James Brown. Can we get a hint, or hold that? Right. Because maybe at 4:50 you'll give us a hint.
Maybe.
Is there a possibility?
There's a possibility. Hang around and you might get a little insight to what we're doing here in just a few hours, 3 hours.
It is a sold-out show, 7 o'clock tonight here at Rupp Arena. Unfortunately, we can't watch him live either, but you can still have some fun, because a little bit later on, folks are going to have the opportunity to watch it, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely.
Okay, coming up at 4:50, we're going to try to get a little bit more out of Coach Mitchell and talk more about Big Blue Madness happening right here tonight in Rupp Arena at 7 o'clock. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
In this countdown to game time, it's Big Blue Madness tonight, UK versus LSU tomorrow. I'm back here at Wildcat Central outside Rupp Arena, where we're counting down to madness. And Kentucky Sports Radio's Drew Franklin is with me, making his live TV debut because Matt Jones couldn't be here today. How about that?
This is a big deal, filling in. That's some big shoes. Matt comes in here and just usually owns the show. I'm going to do my best to play his role.
The pressure is on. All right, Big Blue Madness, of course. So much excitement about this year. It's always a great show here, but this year's team, the fans are just ready. Can you give us any scoop on Madness?
Well, really, this is different this year because fans have already seen the team. We had the 6 games in the Bahamas, the Combine, so there's not the mystery of the incoming freshmen this year. So it's kind of really the excitement's more about the atmosphere than what they're going to see on the basketball court.
What's the thing that you are most excited about for tonight?
Just the mystery of madness. They're always so tight-lipped about it, not giving any secrets. You hear rumors. I've heard something repelling, big screens, concerts. It could be anything, but I'm just excited to see what they bring out.
And one of the big changes this year is TV. Fans are used to watching it here on WKYT, but this year they're going to have to watch it on ESPN3. So that was a little bit. There was a free Big Blue Madness campaign on Twitter.
Yeah, fans are very upset, and I won't pretend to know how to run a network or broadcast an event like this, but it seems like it could be done. It's been done so many times. They're leaving a lot of people hanging by just streaming it online. They say it's easy to get on the internet, but in Kentucky, not everyone has the internet. So,
right.
I mean, it's not possible for everyone to see it.
All right, so we also have a special for you from 5 to 7 o'clock on CW Lexington. It's called Before the Madness. So we're going to be live from Rupp Arena, give you all the scoop and get you ready with interviews and talk about the players and all of that good stuff. But also, there's a huge football game tomorrow, UK versus LSU. They are 1 game away from being bowl eligible. At the beginning of the season, there were a lot of people who were saying they'll be lucky if they win 4 games, and yet here we are.
This is unfamiliar territory right now. We're talking about football on Madness weekend. Before the season, I had us 3 or 4 wins, and to think we're even considering winning at LSU, I can't believe where we are right now.
LSU is a young team. Kentucky is a young team as well. So how are you feeling about this game tomorrow night?
I'm not as much worried about their players as that atmosphere. I mean, that's a place that registered an earthquake about a decade ago because it gets so loud. I mean, Kentucky played well at Florida, so that's got some confidence there, but I'm just worried about how they handle it.
100,000 fans there in Death Valley, 7:30 tomorrow night on the SEC Network. All right, Drew Franklin, give us your pick for UK LSU.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy and pick Kentucky. Stoops has us in a place we've never been before. They're going down with swagger and confidence. I think they can pull it off.
You're that guy and I'm that girl because I always pick Kentucky too. So as you look at this football season though, what stands out to you the most besides obviously the fact that they are 5-1 right now and up top of the SEC East?
The stamp that Stoops has put on the program. I mean, he's completely turned it around. There's so much confidence. The locker room's different. Practice is different. The players are different. It's just in the quick turn in one year. We had the bad year, and here we are. We're a good team.
All right. Doors open here at Rupp Arena. Big Blue Madness at 5:30. You're going to be in there. One last thought about Madness.
I'm hoping to see some celebrities. I've heard rumors of some people. I'm hoping they show up so we can get some selfies.
I think there's going to be some music tonight. Yeah, we're already working on the selfies. Drew Franklin, great job on your live TV
Matt,
debut.
He's done. I'm here forever.
He's done. It's Drew from now on. Thanks, buddy. All right, and that's it for now from here at Wildcat Central, but we will have much more to come from downtown Lexington. But now, here's a look at what's coming up on WKYT News at 4:30.